Okay, everybody, welcome again to the shit show. This is episode 5 or 6. It's been about a couple weeks since I've posted a video. I apologize. Last week and the week before were a dark time. Lots going on, so I didn't quite get to everything. But I'm back again today. And today we are talking the Ontario Jobs Fund, because that's what I woke up. I put it into the paper from bed and read about this company. Sandvine, an extremely successful, made in Canada kind of success story, made in Ontario success story. So successful, in fact, they had $123 million in sales, no slouch there, of which, that's last year, and of which they made $41 million in profit. Boy, I'll tell you, there's a lot of us in the restaurant industry that would love to have a 30% profit margin. I mean, this is mind-boggling. And that's great. And, I mean, this company is so successful. They've been buying back shares on the open market for the last few years, which helps them to drive up the price of their stocks. So, when they release more or the stocks that are trading are worth more, this is good for them. They're sitting on $140 million in cash. And they started paying a dividend this year. They've approved a dividend now for 10 years of $10 million a year. Sounds like a really great company. So why are we talking about them? Well, they are associated with the Ontario Liberal government in the form of the Ontario Jobs Fund, a monstrous huge sum of money that they get to dole out every year, obviously to Liberal-friendly companies, so to help their friends, to entice them to develop and to encourage more growth in their sector and hire more people in Ontario with great jobs. So how much would a company that is, so rich, what would they be getting from our government? We are giving them $15 million. $15 million, which will produce 75 new hires. So, this raises a lot of red flags for a lot of people. There's journalists all over the place researching Sandvine right now, and why are we giving such a successful company so much money? And their response, quote unquote, is, it has trouble convincing itself to hire Ontarians. Should be noted, in 2010, not that long ago, we gave them $25 million to encourage them to find ways to convince themselves to hire Ontarians. So apparently that event horizon is 6 years. They've forgotten now how good that is to hire Ontarians. They need to be induced again to the tune of $15 million to hire Ontarians. One official had to fully admit that they don't know what to do with all the cash. And yet they don't seem to be able to convince themselves to hire from Ontario. In fact, they went so far as to say again, quote unquote, if the province was not able to support this growth in Ontario, it's highly likely we would expand in India. So what I hear when I hear that is, we're going to take the $15 million, we're going to put, 5 or so million of it into hiring 75 new hires, and we're going to give 10 million of that to our stakeholders, in the form of a dividend to our shareholders. This is really pretty unacceptable from a company that's already received so much money on the public purse, to come back and have to be bribed again with yours and my money for positions most of us probably would never qualify for. For a company that has 30% margin on their sales from the year before and is sitting on $140 million in cash, it's unacceptable to be giving them another $15 million, especially when they're going to make the statements that unless we bribe them, they're not hiring Ontarians. Well, I suggest we stop bribing them and let them go on their merry way, because these are not the kinds of companies that the Ontario Jobs Fund is about. These are about creating positions that are long-term positions, that provide people with careers, that support the economies around us, not India. No offense to anybody who's investing in India or visits or has family there, but Ontario's in a lot of trouble. And everything that the Liberals touch has a huge, huge, huge price tag associated with it. And we're in trouble because, and I don't understand giving them 25 million, 6 years ago, and then them having the audacity to say, if the province was not able to support this growth in Ontario, i.e., bribe us, it's highly likely we would expand in India. So I really suggest we just let them expand in India and take that $15 million and put it into small businesses that want to create real jobs for people that will last, and there'll be community. They'll give a crap about you and I. So again, this is a big deal. This is another issue that Kathleen Wynne is fucked up on, and so for the second time in so short a period of time, Kathleen Wynne is our douchebag of the day. Cheers. Have a good one.